I think he's bringing two guests. One is obviously me. I don't know who the other person's gonna be. It may be Gersh. I think Gersh got some. Gersh, I think, will be in France, but is not going to be in Paris. If that makes sense. Superfly with the tier 1. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, but apparently I might be going to Paris next week. So I scheduled a haircut. Like my immediate initial reaction when I found out was like, one, schedule a haircut for today. So I'm streaming till like probably like 3. And then I'll get a haircut because it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I'm leaving on Sunday, so that leaves me what? Today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. The Abu tweet, I saw that. No, I don't know how the seating works for this event. But Abu tweeted that essentially, like, if you go 6-0 in your group, then you could just pick your opponent, which is actually a fucking W. No, I think he literally, no. I think he misunderstood his tweet. I think he means literally you can pick your opponent. I think what he means is you can pick your opponent, is the way I understood this. Hey, Superfly, appreciate the sub, man. First fucking sub of the stream. The way that this got translated is that any team that wins the first 2 games can choose your opponent in the bracket. But I assume the map advantage thing is the carryover. Ivy's Edge, I appreciate the 8 months ago. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we're going EWC. I don't know. I'm talking to Tommy this morning. So at some point when he gets up, he's going to call me. So I will mute out for a sec, chat. But like, or not if he doesn't care. We'll see. But like, apparently we're going EWC. I don't know. Like, fuck it. No, he's a creator. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I guess I got to go back to fucking Paris, man. Listen, if I'm going back to Paris, just know I'm excited because I can drink a fucking spritz again. Paris won't be hot. I looked at the forecast. It's not as hot, but it's still spicy, bro. I looked at it, and it's 88, 81, 84, 81, 80. But it might rain during the middle of the week, so I don't know. Film a damn vlog. Bro, I did film a vlog. Problem is that I'm a little slow to get all these fucking clips uploaded because I've been having issues getting them uploaded. So today I'm going to make sure that, like, part 2 of Paris is going up next week. Then trying to get Champs Part 1 and Champs Part 2 up, and then I'm going to film Paris. So, like, there's, like, 5 vlog episodes that are, like, theoretically banked by next week. I assume we're watch partying. I don't know why Tommy wouldn't go if we're not fucking watch partying, so I assume we're watch partying. So that means I gotta bring the fucking Pelican, which is not a big deal. You can have a spritz in the US, yeah, but it's not as good as it is in Paris, bro. Listen, here's the thing about Paris. Okay, here's the thing about Paris. There's nothing better than, like, on a late afternoon sitting at a fucking cafe, eating some food and drinking, like, a spritz or a beer. Just telling you, like, that vibe. Like, I totally get why Europe fucking does that shit, bro. It hits. I don't know. It fucking hits. No, I'm not starting a road to glory. Fuck that. I had 0 interest in doing that. What number do I have back in the jersey? 0. Fucking 0. Well, today all I gotta do is I gotta finish this. That's the main thing we gotta do today. After we finish this, then we can do whatever. EWC is next weekend. There's an LCQ this weekend. I heard Adam. I heard that Adam dropped 4 kills. I heard. I did hear that. Am I contracted to phase? No. No, I'm not. We just they invest in the show. So that's my relationship with FaZe these days. On behalf of Tomasi. Yeah, the way basically they provide production support for Tom. So that's kind of basically their investment in the flank. Basically the best way to look at it. Well, it could be self-sufficient, but Tommy gets a production budget. And that's how, you know, it gets covered. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea what's going on with EWC, bro. All I know, guys, all I know about EWC is that Tommy called me yesterday and said, yo, do you want to go to EWC? I'm doing a thing. I can bring a guest. And I said, sure. And that's it. I haven't talked to him at all. Beyond that, I have had zero conversation with him yesterday about it. Because then he got on and grinded his stream, and I didn't talk to him last night because I went to bed before he got off. So like, I'm gonna talk to him today, and I will get more details. Okay, I'm assuming we're watch partying. I assume we're flying there on Sunday because we got to get there Monday to set up Tuesday for the event on Wednesday. But it's possible he only will fly in Tuesday, so I'll fly in Monday. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So like, I'm gonna get more details and we'll figure it out. And no one else invests in the flank right now. So, when does the event end? It starts next Wednesday to Sunday. Esports World Cup. The schedule on the website's like, what? It's not that hard to understand. I'm confused. This schedule is actually pretty straightforward. The label is wrong. It starts on Wednesday, but it's listed in your local time. Okay, so it's Wednesday all day, probably going from like 9 Eastern to like... Actually, you know what? Turtle actually sent me an image. It's a little bit better, Han. Okay. This is what Turtle sent me. So, weirdly enough, Falcons, Heretic, Surge, and P7 don't even play on day one, which is crazy. So, that one's just kind of odd. No, I have no idea what's going on with Byron. Byron's flight got canceled? It's the first I've heard of that. That happened last night? Yeah, when you just get rebooked on another airline? Like, I'm sure he's fine. There are a million flights going to fucking Paris. I'm sure he got rebooked. They want all 16 teams to have a chance to play on main stage. I guess that's fair. Kind of like makes it like kind of, I don't know, it is what it is. I mean, listen, we'll be watch partying. Like, you know, we'll have fun. We had long days last time when we were in Riyadh, year one. Like, if we're in Paris, first off, for me, 3 p.m. start time is great because I can go live at noon. But like, that's a W, you know? I'll be live noon Paris time, like 6 Eastern. Bro, I did test streams. The problem with what happened at Champs is that when I restarted the computer, it updated Windows, and Windows added the dumbass fucking feature on Windows now. This fucking dumb fucking feature. This shit is so dumb, bro. I mean, I know why they added this, but like they added this feature in Windows. Actually, I don't want to show it because my fucking email's in the corner, but like there's a new thing on Windows they added in Windows 11 called audio enhancements. And I had it set to device default effects. And it turned it on for like noise cancellation. And it was so, it was like, why does this sound so dumb? So that's what fucked up. That was like the one issue we had a chance. Everything else was fine. Tony just traded. Why did Tony just trade for Breece Hall in a first? That was sound whoring. It was like the opposite. 3 p.m. in Paris is 10 p.m. for me. What's good, Texas? Anyway, like this is a schedule. So like it's really not that bad. If you're East Coast, it's not gonna be that bad. If you're West Coast, like you're always holding an L in European events. I don't know what to tell you. Like you're sacrificing your quality weather on the West Coast for having to wake up at fucking 5 a.m. Like, so sorry. So anyway, I guess we'll be in fucking Paris. I guess I'll be in Paris. Like, I don't know. Fuck it, I guess. But what I need to do today, chat, is I need to update CDL tools for the EWC. So like all of this is wrong. Plus we also know the challengers teams now. So I need to update this. So let's work on it. So we're going to ingest the updated CSVs. Get div 2. The last thing I want to do is play clubs right now. I need to do this. I need to do this this week. What makes it sound like you don't want to go to Paris? No, I want to go to Paris. It's just like it is happening very last minute. LCQ team unknown until there's an alert. I'm gonna be on a plane when this happens. I'll have to do it when I land. Why is the LCQ not being streamed? That's a great fucking question. I wish I had answered to, but I don't. I wish I had answered that one, but I fucking don't. So sorry. I don't know, bro. It's a big oversight on their part, and one that if I'm going to EWC, I will discuss with them in person. Well, I don't even think we're going to be there. Like, again, I haven't talked to Tommy, so I do not know when we are getting in. My guess is that if we're streaming there, that we have to set up on Tuesday. Okay, and they want us to get us there a day before. So I have a feeling that we're flying out Sunday. Unless we're supposed to do some content for the last day of it or something. I don't know. Who knows? Tommy's supposed to call me when he gets up. And once I have more details, I will let you know. I know very little about what's going on. I just know that I think I'm going. So, like, I'm just rolling with the punches on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 groups of 8 teams split into pods of 4. So 2 pods per group. No, I thought we weren't going. I guess we're going. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. I'm trying to think about how to phrase it because it's not really pods. It is kind of pods. Team that goes 2-0 in each pod qualifies from the group as a top 2 seed. But here's the thing is, I actually don't really know how this works. Like, does anyone know how the seeding works? This is my thing. Does anyone know how this fucking seeding works once you get into fucking... I gotta ask fucking... Groups of 8 split into pods of 4. Team goes 2 across groups of 1 seed. Teams that lose first match in each pod play each other to advance. Loser is eliminated. Wonder one teams cross over to the other pod to play for qualification. Win 2 before you lose 2 to qualify for bracket. Team that won then lost from one pod plays the team that lost then won from the other pod. It's not that, okay, so it's not that much of a mess. I think this format makes a lot of sense. And let me explain why. Okay? The reason this format makes a lot of theoretical sense is one of the big problems with GSL groups is that you see the same matchup twice, especially in a group where there's a clear number 1 seed, a clear 2 seed, and a clear 3 seed, and the 4th seed sucks. The 2 and 3 seeds will just play each other. So, for example, like FaZe is going to play whatever team is LCQ'd, Publix in the LCQ, Toronto and Carolina. We'll see what the LCQ team is, but if it's like Rock or someone, like they'll get ran by FaZe. And then I think they probably get ran by Toronto and Carolina. So like in the old format, Toronto and Carolina will probably play each other twice. And I think it's not as fun. It doesn't really make for great matchups. So instead, what you're going to have is that one of these teams will play probably one of these teams. And that crossover in that final qualification match you're going to have on Friday, or on Thursday rather, is going to be a really good match, likely against 2 good teams that haven't played each other yet. Who's winning EWC? I have no idea. Ben, your team lost. Get over it. What team are you talking about? I don't even know what team you're referring to. You're going to need to specify here, brother. I'm going to need you to specify. Jailmates will win? We'll see. I have a feeling, unfortunately for mates though, I have a feeling they're getting top 4 and they're losing to either FaZe or Optic is my read on their team. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I have a feeling they get top 4. You know I should text this fucking Easy Mac, bro. I need to get this fucking... I don't know how the fucking group seating works. I'm just going to assume. I can always fix it because it's not that hard to fix. EWC groups / pods. Group A. On Austin texted me. Pod 1. The CS format? Is it technically this? Is this technically the CS format? Is this how, like... You sure about that? Is this essentially the CS format? I don't think so. So Austin just told me that he thinks there's a draw, which I love. I actually love that. If there's basically a seeded draw where you get to pick your opponent, I love that. Wow, I've been trying to make that format happen for so long. I love that. Oh, it's great content. Oh, it's great content. I'm trying to think how I want to... Yeah, that's my guess is how it might work. I'm trying to get clarity on it, but that's what Austin's telling me. Like, I don't know though. He said there's a draw. So I don't want to do this. Group A. I want to give it the seating like let's set it, or I want to just link it to... Because Breaking Point has it has no JS, so like... But I don't think their Node.js endpoint's gonna have like the seating correct. I want to do this. Go like this. I think it might be a draw after group stage. I'm trying to get info, chat. I don't know. So just give me Give me some time to like get to the bottom of this bullshit, and I will figure it out. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate this format. I actually think this might be the best format they've done. I think this might be the best format they've done. There's a lot to not complain about in this format. I actually think it's pretty good. Let's go on. Well, managing Barstool link. Oh, that's how be fucking good. What the fuck is this? Tottenham. There's I don't know if that's a true rumor. There's in reporting that that may not be true. That Spurs are going for Koundé. I don't know. So I don't know if that's real or not. One. I would trade for Poro and cash. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. LA Thieves. I'm gonna for the site. They're gonna use parent teams, but I really don't want to build functionality in this site for EWC where I use like the parent branding because it's gonna get really annoying. So I'm gonna use their CDL branding, and you all just love what they wear. Not my responsibility. Word to Billie Eilish. Fourth seed is two more. Did I see the Kyler's Grand Finals S&D? Yeah. No, we talked about yesterday in depth why their search is bad. I put together a lot of stats on that one. If you were here yesterday, I did a whole thing. I did a whole thing. There's a lot here, so if you're curious, there. We did a whole deep dive. There's a lot to unpack there. So if you want to drop down on Reddit or whatever, fuck, like I don't care. But I did a whole deep dive. LCQ stream, I have not heard anything positive. So first seed Riyadh Falcons. I misspelled fucking out. Second seed is Miami Heretics. Third seed is Vancouver Surge. Wednesday. Or a week from now. Why is this? The part I need to know is how a team's seeded for the supposed draw that happens on Friday. Do I like EWC as a final event? Yes, because it's kind of. I think it works functionally. I think that EWC is kind of like the good curtain closer on the season. They try different things. It's kind of a weird culmination of the season. I think it kind of works, bro. Teams in 2-0 are going to play 2-1 teams. Well, that's what I figure, but like, how do they seed the order? Is it just a straight draw? Or is it like a Champions League draw? How is it done in the other competitions? Does anyone know? Did Val do this? No, Val only had fucking like about straight groups. D's played D, so like it feels like it went straight. Does anyone have a link to the, hold on, Valorant EWC draw? What celebration of COD idea? Well, I'm trying to find the draw. Was it? Let me go through the VOD on EWC. Hold on, let me on this. Be right. Final day, playoffs. Is it probably the last part of this? Draw show. Okay, let's see how they did it. I might peep a little bit of Warzone. Yeah, we might. It depends on how it times out. We'll see. How did they do this?
From playing each other, teams, Group A, right?
Group A.
We have the winners, 100 Thieves, from the first seed. And then the next team drawn is, let's go for Group B, and we get Vitality.
Yes.
This means that neither BBL, which is the runner-up for that Group A, nor Energy, which are the runner-ups for Group B, could be placed in that same part of the bracket. That for Group B, and we get the first seed. The Group A, right?
Let me hear it, because I think it's kind of like Champions League. Let me hear this.
Gentlemates and Team Heretics. And on this side, we have our 2-1 teams, the squads that qualified in through that decider match as the pool 2 teams.
Yeah, exactly. The caveat to this is that we're going to start as you think we would. First, we're going to be drawing all of the first seeds, and we're going to put them in the bracket in that order. Now, as I'm saying, there is a caveat to this, because when it's time to draw their opponent, there are going to be different rules, so we prevent those matches that we have already seen.
Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so that makes sense. So, winners of each pod are slotted top down No, because phaser no. So the way I understand it is this. That would not be possible. What's likely going to happen is that one side of hold on. I actually might just got some intel. 1 second before I start yapping. Okay, I actually got the rules sent to me. So let me read this to you. What was sent to me. Okay, so the 4 upper bracket teams. Okay, so this gets interesting. Okay, the 4 upper bracket teams are basically the 4 upper bracket teams are ranked based on game or win-loss differential in all matches, win quality. It's a bit complicated. So basically, they seed the winners of the pods by like how they played. This is very interesting. This is a bit complicated. No. It's a bit complicated. It's not that straightforward. Here. Okay, I just copy it. So 4 teams advancing to the I'm gonna rename this. Because it's going to be a little bit easier for us to understand this. So there's the bracket teams and the pod teams. So you win your pod. Okay. Can I find replace? I do find replace on this. Whatever. I'll do it. We read through. 4 pod teams will be ranked 1 through 4 based on the following factors in the order they're listed. Okay? Game win-loss quality in all matches played within the group stage, and this fucking bullshit formula about win quality, which, okay, fair enough. And if still tied, final rankings will be decided by a coin toss. That makes sense, right? The highest ranked team of each group will receive a right to select which opponent to face in the quarterfinals. They may only choose bracket teams of the opposite group. That was from like years ago, Maddie. So here's how it makes sense. So let's say that you're phase, right? Let's say if you're phase, right? Okay, and you like 3-0, 3-0, like you just curb stomp the fucking two teams in your group, right? Okay, so you get to then pick anyone from the other side of Group B to play off the rip. You can't play anyone from like your side of the bracket. So like if you're phase, you won't be able to pick any of these teams. Well, you can pick whatever teams come out of this. Yes, they could pick Optic or Thieves, or they could pick fucking like, you know, Miami or some shit. That makes sense? No. What he's saying is that if you 3-0, 3-0, you're pretty much guaranteed to get first seed, is what Abu's saying. It didn't get translated the right way. What he's saying is that if you 3-0, 3-0, you're likely like considered number one seed. So you can pick whoever you want. The only two teams that are going to be able to pick is the first and second team. Otherwise, you might get a tough draw purely on if someone gets upset in groups. Does that make sense? All bracket games will be a best of 7, with the final being a best of 9. There will be a third place decider game, which will be a best of 7. Someone is getting a tough draw no matter what, because Optic or Thieves will be a runner-up in a pod, correct? Which means that if you are anyone in pod A, this applies to mates and phase. You really don't want to stumble in this, because there's a chance that you play Thieves round 1. Does that make sense? Who's winning EWC? I don't know. I think either Falcons, Optic, Thieves, or FaZe, or Gentlemates. I think those 5 are the ones with the best chance. Okay. 8-team single elimination bracket. I think the third place game is the best of 7, right? So. I don't think there's any map pool changes. I don't know. No one's even know if Freak is in or out, so I guess we'll fucking find out. I'm gonna assume with the express purpose that Freak is not in, but actually, do I have access for these challengers teams? I actually don't know if I do. Do I? I think I might. P7. I'm at you. Okay, so I need to get Team War. Okay, I need to get 2 more. Apparently, I'm going to EWC. Can I vlog it? Yeah. I mean, that's the plan. Why would I not vlog it? Wait. Why would I not vlog it? 1 second. Let me say this real quick. Assets. WebP Team War. Okay. All right. So this is the next thing, because I need to help it with the sim. So this is the thing I get stuck on. Which is, what do I ELO rank? What do I ELO rank the remaining challengers teams in this tournament? Because I have no way, like I have an ELO system going for everybody else, but I don't really know how to ELO rank the other 3 teams. So my thought process. Yeah, Danny Welbeck to Chelsea. I like it. That's a good move for. I hate to say it's a good. Chelsea are actually making good moves. I think like P7 in War. How many? If Omid plays Surge or Boston in best of 5 10 times, how many times do you think they win? Well, Vancouver, I wouldn't do Vancouver. Hold on. When is... Well, instead of guessing, hold on 1 second. Instead of guessing, let's do something real quick. Instead of guessing. Yeah, no shit, they would be C9. But I want to, it's going to take a second. The pre-build does not run very quick. So this is gonna like actually take a minute to run. It's not gonna have any one of this. It's fine. It's not gonna fucking know. It's fine. Hmm. I shouldn't have said the last part. I should just fucking. Well, no, I need to. I want to give it a specific. I want to give it the specific elo value. I want to see where it is right now. I'll give it a second. I'm gonna have to run this fucking pre-build. It's gonna take forever. The pre-build takes 5 minutes to run. Because it has to sim out a bunch of scenarios. Although, at this point, it should actually go quicker because there's no scenarios for it to sim. So we'll see. I did not build this with the express purpose of like the edge case of how it runs at the end of the season. So this might take a second. So while it's going. What's good? Cook it. How do I say your fucking username, bro? I feel like there's some letters missing. Jeff Rick, cook it. Okay, heard. I want to see what it does here. It's going to add one more complication to it, but I'm actually looking curious. I don't know if people are going to like cheese it, so that's why I don't know. I'm going to have it assume that it's going to punt, but we'll see. Trying to think if I need to give it any other like initial direction on this. Oh, it needs to know how it wants to display the tab. Gonna take a second. I am in flow state right now. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to format this. Should have major 3 groups format in git commits to reference. Bracket tab layout. Mirror that update to match the torment format. What were you asking yesterday? I don't remember what I was asking. Rebuild is finished. I'll tell you what the elo is, chat. Sec. Oh, I was trying to figure out how the group seating works, but I found out and it's fucking lit. Well, like how the like bracket draw, how the bracket thing's gonna work. Okay, it finished, chat. This is why I don't like with the comp elo, just because it's so squeezed. I mean, I probably slot. I mean, what do you guys think realistically? I mean, what do you guys think realistically? If Ethan and them were to play Boston 10 times, I feel like Boston probably wins 6 out of 10 times. Yeah. I mean, versus either like Omid versus Boston. I don't think it's 50-50. What is this format called? I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It's not gonna find this. I don't care what the rest is. War is better than C9. But I don't think that they're better than Vancouver. So I'm going to give, let's do 14. I'm going to give War 1480. I'm going to send them 1480 on the Compali low. Because I think they probably are better than C9, but I think they're not as good as Carolina and Vancouver. But I don't know. That one could be weird. I don't know. Would be my read on it. We just haven't seen those teams play in like a month, so I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Key 7 and Omit. That's a DK. I think Omit are better than C9, better than Vancouver. I'm going to give them... I think they're... I mean, what do you guys think? Should I do like Compulo, like 1487? Like, I think they're better than Vancouver, but like barely. I think they play Vancouver and it's like very closely thing. I'm thinking we do 14A7. What other clubs group? I'm gonna do 1480 for both these, and do 1487. And the LCQ team. $14.80. I might change this after I see who qualifies. I'm pissing off who you were playing yesterday too. Bro, I played last night again with Soap and JB and them, and they don't know how to play off each other, bro. And then I go play with the Madden Discord guys, and like people actually know how to like play footy. You know, they don't know how to play footy. So like, here's my thing: the TeamSpeak boys right now are completely lost on the pitch. They don't know how to create for each other. Whereas when I play with the Discord boys, like I play with Dame and Canadian and Cap and fucking Big Net and all of them, like they actually know how to like create for each other. Like we're not that club's in D1. Like we don't win every game, but like at least like we try. I'm basically at this point like, if the TeamSpeak boys need one, like I may think about playing, but I prefer to play with Discord boys, bro. Like the TeamSpeak guys, like they gotta learn how to play fucking ball. Yeah, Dame, you guys actually understand. If you guys played the TeamSpeak boys, you would cook them. Like Juan doesn't count because you could put Juan in either team. But like I'm saying the Discord boys smoke the TeamSpeak boys. Well, Mateus is just fucking doesn't pass. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, is there anything else that I need to tell it? So I want to do the major 3 run on this, so this will change a lot. Make sure we are not reinventing the wheel when it comes to design, CSS, etc. We have plenty of examples in Git commit history, plus I should. Where is this in? What it says fucking assets AM. This new Bush team is slow. I've watched a little bit, I agree, but they'll hopefully try and figure it out as they go. They're gonna have to figure it out on the go, basically. What else I need to add? Matches and vetoes. CDL points don't matter at this point, so we don't need to keep that updated at this time. it will reset for next season. Trying to think what else I have built in functionality wise. Yeah, that's the last one. I think that's it. Make sure. Yeah. Actually, no. Hold on. Actually, it's fine. Oh, I need to add the schedule. What's gonna be the easiest way to tell to do this? Okay, let's start. EWC tweeted, confirm coaches on stage. Really? Link the tweet. Where they tweet it? Link. I see a tweet. I see it. I see a chat. Coaches are back on stage for COD Black Ops 7. Bro, it's preseason, Jacoby. What? Coaches are back on stage for COD BO7 to EWC 26. Communication only in between rounds in S&D. Full communication during other modes. Coaching swaps available in between maps. So you can have a different coach on stage in between maps. I mean, I don't hate this. I mean, I've given my thoughts on this. Like, I don't mind it, bro. I have no strong feelings either way. So. That's my thoughts on it. What team do I think benefits the most? Falcons. For sure. Falcons for sure. I think is the clear team that I think benefits the most from this. Because I think everybody else's communication is like pretty good. But Falcons, I think like in the mix, I think Clay is going to help them so much, bro. Ravens going to have Brian say come for Knox. I forgot guys, Knox is playing this fucking tournament for Falcons. For Carolina, I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, look at the squads. I think Optic having Damon in between S&D rounds might help, but I don't think that Optic's problems I think are like kind of mid-round. I don't really know how like Damon's gonna help that, but sure. FaZe, I don't even know if FaZe are gonna use it, bro. I gotta talk to Crowder and RJ. I don't even know if they're gonna use it, bro. We'll see. Falcons, I think for sure this will help. I think Falcons will for sure benefit from having Clay in. Gentlemen, I have no idea what Mayhem and Cheek. That I don't know. Wild card. G2 with Dan, I think could definitely help. Don't really know with Heretics. Thieves, I think definitely can use it. Thieves, I think definitely can use it. Toronto, I'll be very curious. Arian helping C9 might be big. If Arian actually is W in this, I think that could actually mega help C9. I think Rookie will help Vancouver, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for them. Same with T9. Boston with Shawnee is a good ad. Brian obviously did a Knox call out is a good ad. Omit with Ben is going to be really interesting. This is now, I think, double. I think this very much benefits Omit because I think Ben can, what's good Voxism? I think Ben can really help them in between S&D rounds, especially if they're getting to game fives, like just helping them not get like too flustered in the moment. Or Charlie or whoever is going to be coaching, yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see. It's the same thing as the last event. I don't really know, last time we had this, I don't really know if every team is going to take advantage. Is Ben even going? I have no idea. Okay, this is taking fucking forever. Just grabbing through fucking every file now. Ben said he's going. Our roster's locked? Yeah, they're all locked now. Wait. Yeah, I don't know if John's going. I don't know what the amateur teams, which their staff is going or not going. But it's get rid of Joe? I think Joe's still around, no? I don't know. I'm actually recalling if I've seen Joe at events. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I've seen Joe go to an event this year. I don't recall seeing him in Dallas. So top 3 qual for EWC and challengers, and then the last spot is going to be the LCQ that's this weekend. EWC pays for 6 people per team. Well, look, at the end of the day, I'm really excited for this. A couple of things. Coaches on stage, W. This like playoffs format that's going to happen with the draw, W. It's going to be a good event. I think legitimately the teams, okay, I'm going to give you my like additional reading. Guys, we're doing a podcast tomorrow. By the way, we're doing a podcast tomorrow. I think. It may just be me and Ant because I don't know if Ray can do tomorrow. But we're doing like a EWC preview podcast tomorrow. But like realistically, FaZe and Optic, I think can obviously win. I think if Thieves don't get fucking Burger King or Nesto, they have a very good chance to win. I think Falcons have a good chance to make the final. Do I think they win the final? No. But can they make the final? Yes. And then dark horses. Toronto will entirely depend on the draw. Omit EU is a huge wild card because they could also shit their fucking pants again in the situation. Mates, I think, have a chance to make the final, but I'm a little concerned, especially after champs, that like, I don't know if, I think Esriel's good, but like, I don't know if he's good enough, bro. I think there's a big event for Justice because I think he needs a big event in order to like, listen, I think Justice is going to get dropped, and I think there's a good chance he ends up on like a Toronto. But like he doesn't want to get jumped by like other sub players who are gonna be out there in the market, so he needs a good event. But I don't know if Mage is good enough to get to the final. I think that they could get top 4, but I don't think they're gonna get top 2. G2 no, C9 no, Vancouver no, Miami at the moment no, P7 Notorious no, Boston no, Timor no. If only they had NEP, they played terrible with NEP for like 3 months. Can we like not do this revisionist history? They were very good until about the end of January, beginning of February. They subsequently played horrible ball after stage 1. And by the way, NEP was also one of the biggest offenders of why their search was not that good. So I think NEP is good, but like, let's not act like mates with NEP were like amazing all season. There's a reason they made a roster change. In fact, the reason they made 2 roster changes. Why I have a weird feeling that mates might win it because they're going to get home crowd cheese again at this event. They're going to get home crowd cheese. That's why I'm a little worried about Omit because I think they're going to absolutely crumble against that fucking crowd. Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. Omit is going to absolutely crumble against that crowd. And then they're likely going to beat C9. And then they're going to have to play probably Toronto. And I think it's possible, but like, I don't see Omit really having a shot against mates in that first match. Well, it's not even about whether or not they're beating mates. They're definitely not going to be mates in fucking France. I'll tell you that. That's just not going to happen. So. I think this works still. Yeah. Though, I don't really like the middle of the song, so we're skipping it. I'm getting a way better song. When does it start? Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday at 7 East Coast. Shout out to Turtle. Shout out to Turtle. I'll pull it up again. Shout out to Turtle, but this is basically like the format. This is basically the format in This is basically the format in whatever time zone you're in for the week. So if you're on East Coast, first match at 9. I don't know why I said 7. I'm at 9. So it's not a bad start for East Coasters. West Coasters, it's going to be a rough one. But that's just how it goes. Anything is possible, but I also think that's within reason, though. Bro, it's very much in plan mode right now. I was trying to grab through all these fucking files. I might even give it the fucking schedule. It's having a rough time trying to web fucking fetch. What is a tiebreaker for selecting a team in bracket if multiple teams go 3-0, 3-0? Okay. So this is the format. Game a win-loss differential in all matches played within a group stage. And then there's a win quality mathematical fucking equation. I will say there's definitely a math error here. And I want to see if someone catches. Oh, you guys can't see it. There's a math problem with this. Can somebody point out the potential mathematical problem with this win quality quotient? Which I have to double check. There is a very obvious error in this that does not make this work, potentially, and I want to see if anyone catches it. Because I immediately caught it when I saw it. Let's see all the smarts in the chat. Does anyone see the issue with this win quality quotient formula? What series length in the group stage matches? Better. They're using irrational numbers by giving irrational reading. I mean, essentially, you can't really chart essentially, but like, I mean, yeah. The problem is that you're trying to multiply potentially something where you're also then dividing by 0. So like, there's a lot of ways this won't work because there's a good chance like score differential when you add up all the hardpoint wins is going to be 0. And 0 divided by 250, like, and multiply, you see the problem. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work for the case of like what I just told it. I just told it to basically just coin flip it because it's going to Monte Carlo like a bunch of times and there's no point in getting any crazy with it. Actors group tabs, please. Lockable. Pick. Congratulations, no team. Try to fix this. Copies path. Try to hopefully there's nothing to do with how the season played out, but standings being like say it's phase and M8's going 3-3, then I feel like should go to seeding and coin flip. Listen, you're overthinking it, bro. It's really not that. It's not that deep, bro. I don't hate. Listen, at the end of the day, it's like the win quality quotient thing is just such a very difficult tiebreaker to do. I see the thought process, but like I also think their math doesn't work, so we'll see. They'll probably fix it, but it's like for the sake of this, I'm just gonna have it just coin flip it because there's really no point. It's gonna run 25,000 scenarios, so like it will come out in the wash anyway at that point. So. I do like how they're letting one pick their best. Two teams will pick their bracket matchups. It's gonna be two, not one. Two teams. So Abu's tweet is not did not translate correctly. The way it works is that the two highest seeded, which probably is the best team from Group A and the best team from Group P, will pick their opponent from the opposite group, and then the other two will get auto assigned because there was only one choice they can make at that point. Does that make sense? We'll explain it. I'll explain a bit more on the podcast tomorrow, but like if I visually show it to you, it's like not that complicated. It's not that complicated if I was explaining it to you. It's basically right here. Sucks for mates or phase because they won't have to pick. Won't they have to pick between optic or thieves? No. So let's say you're phase, right? And you go 3-0. You'll have 4 teams that you can pick from. You could choose optic. You could choose thieves. You can choose one of the other teams. You can pick whoever you want. You have 4 teams to choose from. Does that make sense? You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose a second seed. You don't have to choose a first seed from the other group. You can choose whoever you want. So it'll be interesting. So basically, like each team, the way it's explained to me is basically like it's going to be a draw on Friday, where like, you know, Friday night, basically, you're going to see a representative from all the teams, and they're going to pick, and it's going to be good content. You know what I'm saying? You can choose anyone you want. No, people may square. That's the thing. Like, you don't know. You're just assuming, but it's not necessarily how it's going to play out. So first team then can be yes. So if you're phase, you could. So here's the thing: is I don't think you can pick. So there's one thing that okay, this accounts for the situation. Okay, so let's say that phase is the highest ranked upper bracket team, right? Let's say that they're the highest ranked upper bracket team. They could pick optic, and then the second highest ranked upper bracket team, which could be from Pod A, also would then get to pick their opponent. And then, so like, this is kind of where that explains Abu's thing. Like, this accounts for the fact that you could just pick the one seed on the other side if you wanted to. So I don't know what people are going to do. It's an interesting dimension. I've always wanted to do this kind of format as a playoffs format because it makes for great content. It's going to make for a really like interesting kind of meta-ish game of like how you know what I'm saying? How you want to tackle it. Coach is back on stage. Are they calm? We'll see what teams want to do. I don't know if every team's going to want to take advantage or not. Yeah, I think some people will take advantage of AP, some won't. It's going to be situational. I think for like, I think it'll be really interesting. There are some teams I think could definitely benefit, but there are some other teams where like I just don't think the coach needs to say that much. But we'll see it. We'll see what people do. Bro, it's doing so much grepping and like reading files right now. This is the most I've ever seen it do. It's already used like 8% of my fucking 8% of my usage, just like fucking like trying to grep all these fucking files. Which to be fair, I understand because I basically told to go back to the Git and find all the shit that we had from the Pro-Am and not like reinvent the wheel and just try and like, because this is what it's doing right now. So. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to prep the CDL tool site for EWC right now. That's what I'm doing. So right now, Claude is going through the major 3. The Git commits from major 3 to understand how I had the group stage on that site and not reinvent the wheel. And then I'm going to put together a plan that I'm going to go through and double check that it's not being an idiot. Make sure you tell, yeah, this is great advice. Tell Ant to not black out, even though he's already admitted that he blacked out. Like, I think he knows. Like, bro, it's not that hard. Like, listen, the LLMs are not that hard. I'm just going to give you the easiest piece of advice. Bro, just tell it to like, if you're new to it and you want to build something, just tell it to ask you questions at every step and explain it to you as it goes. If you want to like make it very like simple, you can literally, all the LLMs do is when you give it a task or a prompt, it then tries to fill in the gaps in your prompt of what you didn't specify. So either specify more of the steps you want, or it's just going to pick like the most average path to like get from point A to point B and what you're asking it to do. What's good, Astro? Watching Shotzi play S&D is like watching a toddler pour juice in her cup. You know, Ant's good at search. I mean, listen, we talked about this, bro. What's very frustrating about the way Optic lost at Champs and just in general in these grand finals is that their issue in search is not like opening the rounds incorrectly, which they get bloods. It's the mid-round decision making is just like, I don't know if they're just not talking to each other. They have 2 different ideas of what they want to do. I'm not in the room, so not really sure. But they're doing the hard part and then fucking up what I think is the easy part. Like, this number is bad. This is across the whole. This is lands, all land series versus grand finals. The fact of the matter is that in non-finals, they're able to win post-plants at 80% clip. Now, mind you, they're also playing weaker teams in those, but that also includes winners finals. Okay, that includes a decent amount of winners finals. I would say 1 in probably 3 of those series is winners finals. But then they're only in grand finals executing post-plants at a 47.6 clip. That's unacceptable. That number should never be that low. The number should be nowhere, not even close to 50%. So I think for Optic, and it's not fucking rocket science, they just need to do a better job talking to each other about what they want to do and how they want to set up in the middle of the round. They do that, they're going to win more S&Ds. They win more S&Ds, they're going to win more finals. It's not incredibly complicated. Yes, I also think that in Respawn, they are having a tough time slaying in Respawn. That's another thing. There is a decent of a fall off there, but they also, like, in general, and there's a regression here. And the Overload one's a little concerning, but if you look at how, like, the Champs Finals played out, they split the respawns. So, like, I think they're making progress there, you know what I'm saying? I just think for me, the easiest thing to clean up is just, we just got to play our mid-rounds better in Search. FaZe are the same way. FaZe were the same way weirdly enough, FaZe were the same way in S&D going into Champs. They were screwing up a lot of this, but doing the easy parts, you know? So. Yeah, no, I saw that. I think Kyler definitely's got to play better on Sundays. He is one of the worst offenders as far as his regression on Sundays. Oh, where is it? It's up here. Actually, no, it's down here. Where is it? Kyler is in non-finals this season, averaging a 1.14 on lane. This is only lane. I don't include online stats. But then in KD finals, he's averaging a 0.84. Like, he's got to find some fucking kills. Bro, I think you guys are overthinking that. I don't think their problem is Kyler on fucking bomb, bro. Guys, they don't have a problem finding fucking first bloods. Their first blood win percentage is down slightly. But it's not like here's the thing. Their first blood percentage is down. Their man down win percentage is about the same. But where they're losing a lot of ground is in even rounds and man up rounds. Specifically when once they plant the bomb. So the problem is not Kyler running bomb. The problem is that they are not talking to each other about how they want to play post plants and do shit together. They're fucking up the easiest part of the rounds. The hard parts, getting the bomb down, getting into a position where we're putting the defense on the clock, is the hardest part of creating space, using utility, taking fights, pushing the team back. They're doing that well. And then once the bomb is down, they're doing dumb shit. And I think usually in this situation, it may not apply to Optic because I'm not in their camp, so I don't know. But usually what happens in these situations, and 9 out of 10 teams I've seen, is because we're not talking to each other about how we want to play post plant. We're not sitting there post plant and small talking to each other about how we want to set up chow together, like use our teamwork. Okay, a great example is how they played that round 11 on Den, where they planted after they got 2 kills 4-on-2, and instead of holding hands and guaranteeing that everybody had everybody's trade, Merc fucking held the most cruddy, not even cruddy, he wide held fucking 10 and got cameraed, and then Kyler was pushed up plat, assuming that he could then act off of Merc's info, was never in a position to insta-trade it, and got cooked, and now is a 2-on-2, and then FaZe had much better teamwork in the 2-on-2. Those are a great example of the rounds that Optic be losing. So I think it's very clean upable. For me, like, I know a lot of Optic fans are critical, and I kind of understand why. I actually think that these are solvable problems. They're not impossible to solve. Holy fuck, this is still going. Yeah, it's not used that much usage though. There's not. Okay, that I would not say though. I don't know if these are easy fixes. Now we get into the mark of this, and this might be a little controversial. I don't know if those are easy fixes because unfortunately, it's possible that this composition of players is never going to get this specific issue right, and that will be when they have the conversation about whether or not after the season they want to change. Do I think they can figure it out? Sure. Do I think they will figure it out? That I don't know. You understand where I'm coming from? I think it's clear to me where the area is for them to improve in grand finals. I don't know if in a couple of weeks they're going to be able to clean that up. So we shall see what happens. Watch out. Maybe the comms. Listen, I will tell you this. We had 04 on the podcast. FaZe had very similar problems the last couple of majors. We had you guys would be so surprised to learn, because they don't do listeners and S&D, about how many teams have poor communication and search. Not trying to understand what everybody's trying to think and do, and ask questions and do shit together. You'd be surprised how often it happens on good teams. And that's how they get in S&D routes, because they're just not they're not committing, you know? If optic change, they can get worse. I mean, anyone with a rush, it's any rush change though, but sure. You're going to get better or worse. You never know. I think Mercury on a full-time sub, yeah. Ben has better music than Tom. You're not the first person to say that. One second. The phase change is a little bit. Yeah, FaZe had a tough time in grand finals, but they also changed, and I think Tyler talked about this quite a bit. Tyler, and we're gonna watch a Bush clip here in a second. Tyler talked about this a little bit. They wanted Alec to do certain things from a leadership perspective. When he joined the team, that he did really good in Cold War, but then in Vanguard he stopped doing those things. And then they sat there and they're like, well, if Alec's not going to be a leader, then what the fuck is he doing on this team? So that's why they brought in Austin. That was what's going on with that. All right, let's watch this Bush clip. Apparently, Jerry had a 20-minute call with Dave about the Bush house.
20-minute call. It was a good call. I think it went well. I think I had some valid points. He had some valid points. I feel like he's thinking this is the only way it works. You know what I mean? Like a house with the content. I'd love to do it. I'd love to make it work. It's just the logistics, you know what I mean? He's saying
that looks like.
He pretty much said, "Fuck your kids. You gotta live in this house 24/7." It's I'd love to, but I gotta be a dad too, right?
Yeah, it might be tough.
But when you say productive, Jared, you mean that Dave wasn't fully out on the idea?
No, I think Dave is in on the idea. I wouldn't say it's make or break or for his view of the Bush, but I was explaining to him during the call, hey, this is kind of how it works when we go to majors and whatnot. The only difference is the players are going to be here 24/7. They're practicing every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like where's the drama come in? And I think if the drama comes in, we're hey, You know, players just naturally happens. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
players get dropped. You know, we have like confessionals and shit like that. You know, where shit kind of blows up and get inside scoop on certain things that are going on. But I think there would be just natural drama. Like we wouldn't have to force any type of drama. It would just happen.
No, I think last week was like a testament to like you can't force it. It'll just explode eventually.
It'll explode.
It'll
Yeah,
explode
exactly.
eventually. It's true. Yeah, I mean, I think they should do the team house thing. I think the way it should play out is like Sass doesn't live in Chicago, so he has to come back and forth. But like, no, it's not necessarily a troll rally. I'll get to that in a second. It is and isn't. I think for Bush, they need to find a house with probably 6 bedrooms, which is going to be tough. But essentially, you want a bedroom for the 4 players, a coach, theoretically. The coach has to, I think, be in the house. And then like an extra bedroom that's going to be for like one of the 3. They have to stay over or Sass, like, you know, Sass comes in town or some shit. And like, as long as it's close to like where Jerry and Connor live and like other Barstool guys, like they'll come through. You know what I'm saying? Actually pay the coach. I don't know how to say this the most polite way. I don't know if they're going to pay their players or pay their coach. And I think that the tough thing for, say, Don, is that there is going to be someone that comes around, as there always is, who will be willing to not get paid and go super, 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 super fucking hard and give 150%, even though they're not getting paid. And I think Bush will always take advantage of that, unless they get a sponsor to pay for the salary of said coach. So Riley, the way it works is that they're going to rank all the teams that win each pod. So there's 2 pods in each group. And the teams that are first and second ranked of all the pod teams will get to pick their opponent from the other group. So what Abba was saying is that if you go 3-0, 3-0, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a top 2 seed and pick whoever you essentially want from the other group, assuming that you're first seed. Because if you're second seed, then 1 team's off the board. And then the last 2 will just get automatically assigned because there's only going to be like, theoretically 1 remaining. You know what I'm saying? Theoretically. Dead Major 3 group players can be never pre-built and shifts. Let's audit pre-builds and remove anything that is not needed anymore as the CDL regular season is over. And the only things we need are to help with EWC and showing the historical player team stats. That's, I think, the best way to phrase it. How are the new 2 slot roster spots? Team War Variation War. Yeah, I'll see that. I did. I gave it a markdown file. The bracket draws in until after groups finish. Major ones fix how. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay.
In the group stage, as I'm saying.
So yeah, does that answer your question, Riley? Does that answer your question, Riley? Now, the one thing I'm starting to realize now is that there's one issue, well, potentially one issue, which is both of these could both come from the same group. So the highest ranked upper bracket team and the second highest upper bracket team could potentially 1 seeded Okay. They could potentially both be for the same upper bracket. And I'm going to make this even crazier. Let's say you're FaZe and you're the highest ranked upper bracket team and you pick Optic, and technically the second highest ranked upper bracket team, they become the 8th seed Optic once picked. Fun fact. Wow, it's a bit weird. This is a good idea. I think the seeding needs to be tweaked a little bit, but I see what they're trying. You can only break from loser bracket. No, they don't. Teams may only choose bracket teams of the opposite group. They may choose to play one of the loser bracket teams. They might not. They don't say you can only pick. You may. May is the important qualifier in that sense. Again, as always with EWC, I put an asterisk because the rules could change. So until the competition starts, just know, like, this is what I was told, but like obviously things could change. So just keep that in mind. C9 will make a huge difference. I really don't think it will, but do I think thieves will bomb out like they did at Champs? No. But they may lose to Optic round 1 and then have to grind through a little bit, but I think they'll be okay. No, I don't have faith in C9. But you're always saying someone else does? I don't think anyone does. What a Ben tweet. Wait, what football team has been a fan of, chat? What football team has been a fan of, chat? Is he a Chelsea fan? I forget. No, not Plymouth. There's no shot. He's a Man U fan. Is he actually? Is he actually a Manchester United fan? Is he actually or no? Let's spell his fucking last name. I can't. Spell this way. Gotta find a clip of him being mad on the sidelines. Oh yeah. Go reply. To go reply. Man. Back when Fox Soccer broadcasted Premier League games. Wow, that's a fucking throwback. Wow, that's a throwback. Wow, that's a throwback. I think Ben may appreciate this way. We'll see. Nowhere far along this road. Watch the song. Alright, well, let me read the fucking plan. TL season over, blah, 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 blah. EWC 5th through 9th. Format groups 2, 4 pods. 1-4 versus 2-3. Winners win upper bracket, and winner goes to as a pod team. 2 1-1 teams. Crossover, win, loss, loss, win, 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 loss, loss, win. 8 team. 4 pod teams ranked. Tiebreaker is per master to produce, so tie breaks by coin toss. Sim pick heuristic, take the opposite or brag of the highest. Yeah, man, that's the right way to do it. I don't know how else. I don't know how. I can't fucking like sit there and. I think it's the easiest way to do prediction. All teams in rank order, team opponent. Play some buckets. Yeah. Here's my- Yeah. Quarterfinals, CBR3. It does. It does, Turtle. But like kinda. It does, and I have already told it about the roster changes. I just don't have like I don't have per player elo. I need to that's a summer thing. That's a next season thing, and I didn't get into it this season because I don't have the data. Challenge ratings, LCQ, blah 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 blah. I'm encoding. Actually, no, I don't need to give another comment. I think it has. Blob encoding. Next, for first blob. 1 byte per team. C4 when we're done. It's a bit 7 bytes. Plus packs. Correct. Plots, yes. Yes. Yes, fix this for sure. Rewrite sim. Blob sims. Oh yeah, no, this is just blob sims. 25K, it's right there, yeah. Elo is flat because we don't know how the challengers teams will play versus pros across all modes. We will hold in betting market predictions once posted to assist with trying to make the best prediction possible. Video challenger support, compute is key because it's got to fix that, yeah. Second wiring. Manual results, yeah. Trace before deleting. Keep, yeah. Able to groups. Locks, bracket tabs, matches vetoes, yep. Amps already exists at this stage, so the slice is already there. Rewrite the tests. Python, Piz, Taste, Killing Flex servers, confirm. Bob LCQ for the real qualifier. Her career bracket seats after draw. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's good. What did Astro say? Sorry. I was locked in. Astro, what'd you say? You respond to my to Ben's response to my fucking tweet. Oh no! Why would you send this to me, bro? Hell no! Oh hell, hell no! Fuck that guy. Hell no, bro. On that topic, bro, Mickey Van de Ven got asked a question during this preseason tour, and he gave the funniest answer about how, like, the most nice, polite way to talk shit about Thomas Frank. It was so funny, bro. Bro, it seems like the players love Deserby like way more than they do Frank. Thank God. Fucking guy sucks. Holy fuck. What? Funny was market pass. Here with book fall. Yeah. Which we can change once I know which lines I'll get. Props for tiers. So yes, let's go do market elos. And the blends. Who's the better gaffer, Deserby or Javi Alonso? I guess we'll find out. Was I in high school when Hit 'Em Up came out? No, I don't think I was, bro. I think I was like 9 when the song came out. No, I was 6 when the song came out. I was 6 years old. Let's see how much Fable I fucking burned through. We'll see how much Fable I fucking burned through. You're driving 200 in the air. Let's go. Who was the best SMG? I mean, Paco is an upgrade over Kyler, but it changes our communication structure, so that's the risk. So I missed a question that someone asked earlier while I was fucking. Someone asked a big question. I missed it. Question. I have the data from Austin sheet. What's good, Zen? I have the data from Austin sheet. The problem, Turtle, is that what I need is I need player elo data from like past seasons. I need, like, in order to do it, I need like almost all the CDL seasons from Austin. So I talked to him about it. It's a summer project. You have 327 first now? I mean, that's good work out of you. I'm glad you finally got rid of fucking A-Chain for Brees Hall. Like, good work. It's a solid trade. I had the most BENJ round the last time I played golf. We went to Derby. I shot 46 on the front. I couldn't find the fucking like surface of my drive. And then on the back 9, I mean, if I didn't fuck up the last 2 holes, I would have literally have shot probably like 37. I ended up shooting 40 on the back, but I could have put a 38 or 39 down there. It was actually insane. And the back 9 at Derby is much harder than the front. Anyone's ever played that? We're playing the blues too. It would have been an insane 9 out of me. FC26 deep dive? No, I didn't like. Zen traded A-Chain for Brees in a 27 first. It's not a terrible trade. Brees, like, A-Chain might be in hell for the next 2 years. And the Jets actually have a better short-term future than the fucking Dolphins do. You told me to go golfing yesterday and it was a good quick 9W. What's my driver carry? In the air, about 240, 250. If I don't hit like the problem is right now I'm hitting this like, the problem right now is I'm kind of hitting this like really spinny, like high drive, and it's not carrying as far as I would like. And I want to hit more of the lower, less spin, big rollout fucking drive. I just can't like. I have a 9.5 on my drive, and the problem is like the launch angle right now is I'm swinging up too much on it, a couple of degrees, so it's really launching like a 13.5, like 7,000 RPMs. It needs way less. Yeah, no, 7,000 is crazy. I know, because it's rolling off the face. That's why I'm rolling it off the face. That's why. If you watch the like, I guys like slow-mo film of it when we went to the sim, it's literally rolling off the face. I'm not squaring it and then swinging up. I'm like swinging, like I'm literally just like brushing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I'm gonna get refitted. The plan, B-Dub, is that after this season I'm gonna get refitted. I lost my 8-iron, and I lost my 8-iron a few weeks ago on a course, and it's gone. And I'm just like, you know what? I bought these clubs, 4 or 5 years ago. I've obviously gotten better. I have my swing is a lot more wide now. I'm not pulling it back as far. Well, it is definitely a swing issue, but like it's part of also like. It's the whole thing. Anyway, like I was driving it fine until last couple of weeks, and then it's fine. The point is when I got fitted, my swing wasn't consistent. Now it's more consistent. So like, I think if anything, I want to keep what I want to go test is it worth me keeping the 425 heads and just buying new shaft, new grip combo? Or should I go get just full new iron set? And get the driver, same thing with the driver and the 3-wood and shit like that. Like go through all the clubs. No, I think Matt will probably beat me in 18. I think he can beat the fuck out of Kisman in a real boxing match? Fuck no. Yeah, I don't know, B-Dub. That's why I'm gonna go get fitted and figure it out. And I have I've saved up enough to, to go invest in more clubs. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time. Touche? Better than Nate? I'm not sure. I mean, I'd love to play golf with Matt. I'd be fucking down. He's never invited me, but I'd be down. I'll go to Dallas and go play. What is this version of the song? What the fuck is terrible? Okay, how much Fable is this fucking burning right now? Oh, that's not too bad. We're only at 2%. Oh, we might be able to Fable our way through this whole fucking thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna listen, B-Dub. I'm just gonna go get like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play through the whole season. I'm still working on trying to fix the grip, so I want to give it more time to, have the less strong grip. No, it's a $100 plan, not the $200 plan. I wanna keep working through it and then see, you know, because we're in a really good spot. I consistently score about. I mean, listen, right now. I mean, my scores are so fucking consistent right now. Like I mean, you get outliers. Like I didn't play great at Kyber on Saturday, but like, you know, I'm shooting in that mid, the 87, 86. My average is starting to really come down now. I'm trying to get to like an 83 is really my target in the next year. Try and trim 3 strokes, which I think I can do with more better. The weakness in my game right now is I'm not hitting enough green and regs. If I hit more green and regs, my 3-putt percentage is like not that high. I actually would, like when I shot to 79, like you know what I'm saying? I had like 60% green and regs. Like if I can just hit better approach shots, we'd be chilling, bro. My short game is good. I'm getting up and down. I'm 3-putting about the same relative to like a 9. So it's just the approach shots right now. But like I've started to consistently like, you know what I'm saying? So. Why did this fail? Vice golf balls are good. I use them. Is Kiz in my chat? Why is someone saying Kismet? What's Crowder's original name? Was Replays. I don't use Arcos. I use Grint now. I use a Grint now. Yeah, I do. B-Dub. There is a club champion. I have a couple of club fitting places I can go to. I'm not worried about that part. I'm not worried about getting fitted. I'm more worried about when I want to go get fitted and when I want to order the clubs. And I'm just going to do it at the end of the season. Like go around when posting season closes. I can get the clubs ideally before, like in the middle, like beginning of January, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what shipping, like when I ordered these clubs, it took 7 weeks. I assume it's not as bad now, but it obviously depends on how I get fitted. Wait till December or January. So you think I should go get fitted next December or January? You think I should go get, do you think I should, okay, so hold on. So should I go get, okay, then that's fair, yeah. He's never invited me, but I'm down. I mean, yeah, what do you want me to say? I would be down to play golf with Matt. If he ever invited me, I'd be keen. It's up to him, obviously. You know what? Something that crazy about me saying that. All right, look, I'm not worried about getting refitted. I'm playing with these clubs through the summer and the fall. I need new wedges anyway, and that's what started this whole combo. It was like, I was like, bro, like, what's the, at that point, like, what's the point? Like, I might as well just go see, because, like, my entire swing profile has fucking changed since I got fitted. So. Like, I have flex shafts, and, like, I grab my friends' clubs, and I swing them way better, and they're stiff shafts. So. I mean, 40% off is insane, so, yes. If you actually have that plug, I'm down. Yeah, but how close do you live to me, though? Where the fuck is your course? Because here's the thing, for the 40% off, I had to fly somewhere. All right, listen. It sounds like we need to revisit this convo in like September, okay? When we get slow, you're just across the lake in Canada. Like, okay, like, are you close to Toronto? Because I can justify a Toronto trip. That's a justifiable, like, I'll go to Toronto. That I will do. Okay, then this is a solvable problem. All right. Because I am due to play with my Toronto boys some golf. And I'm down to do it in the fall. Because Canada in the fall is fucking beautiful. So we circle back in this convo in August. I need to find time and talk to the Toronto boys about going up there in the fall. Because also Charlie wants to play golf too. So he said he's finally getting his clubs. So but yeah, I'm probably gonna play golf this weekend, although obviously that's TBD because I don't know what day I'm flying out yet for fucking EWC. Tommy is not awake yet, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I assume I'm flying out Sunday, so I'm gonna try and play probably Saturday. You have airport shuttles? Jesus. Apparently I'm going now, Turtle. Apparently. Apparently. I don't know. Well, I have to talk to Tommy. It sounds like I'm going, but I don't know. You're in Muskoka? The Rock. The Rock Golf Course. Where the fuck is this? Oh, you are deep from Toronto. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy fuck, you're in the middle of nowhere. Two and a half hours from downtown Toronto? Jesus. Bro, you're even farther north than Barrie, bro. Like, you're fucking deep. You're in legit middle of nowhere. Holy fuck, this is the middle of nowhere. First looks nice, though. First looks nice, though. I mean, yeah, but I would also like go down. I would also can get me a plane from Lake Muskoka to Toronto. I'm down. I'm so fucking down. I'm so fucking down. Nah, because here's what I would do. Now, this actually like sounds like lit. Because like I have, listen, I'm down, but I'm bringing Hixie with me if you're keen. I gotta listen. If we're doing this, I gotta do Charlie a solid because you know he'd be down. We got a squad. And you could be the fourth. Yeah, I mean it's great YouTube content. Yeah, it's all, I'm down. I will make this work. Getting to Toronto, listen, me getting to Canada is very easy. I am a 1 hour flight away from Canada. It is legitimately a straight down flight from Columbus to Toronto. Okay. And I got to be honest, like Canadian customs is very easy in Pearson. As long as I fly out in the morning, there's literally nobody there. There's like a fucking like 6 a.m. flight. There's like a 6 a.m. flight out of Columbus. It lands at like 7:30. Literally no customs. So. And then it sounds like, I assume I would just go through customs, get a shuttle or something to like some executive airport or some shit, and or it's Pearson or whatever, and then like we go. Yeah. I'm sure there's some other executive airports. Whatever. It's solvable problems. What's the picks that you're linking? For this afternoon, bro, I'm not putting any baseball picks in, bro. I'm good. I'm good on that one, Chief. We don't need an airport, just a dock. Oh, because it's a seaplane. Oh, shit. It's a seaplane. Oh, fuck me. That's actually awesome. Wait, it's a seaplane? Oh, that's lit. Oh, it's a seaplane? Oh, that's so lit. I follow this guy on TikTok, and his whole gimmick is that he has a seaplane and he lives in Michigan, and he just flies around to all like the random, like he'll fly around to all like the random, like he'll fly around to all of like the random ass like lakes and islands and all other bullshit that's like over here and like over here and like up here. And sometimes he'll fly like in the Saginaw. But it's cool. It's cool content. He'll like land on like all the bullshit lakes and go to like whatever. It's pretty cool. I follow him on TikTok. It's pretty awesome. He brings his dog with him. It's good content, honestly. It's only at 5%. It's good. Have you guys said or asked Duarte why he's shooting bots the whole episode of every flank? I don't know, bro. Because Haggy's a degen, bro. He's a degen, bro. Pro golf lessons during the day. I build houses. That's fucking awesome. That's a W. That's W. Wait, chat. While this is running, I actually need some life advice. Wait, I need some life advice. So my dad called me yesterday. So my dad is retiring. My dad's retiring. My dad's retiring. This year, he's done. He's a lawyer forever. He's cooked. So they're retiring. They're basically what they're gonna do is they want to move to the South, but they don't really know where they want to live. They want to live in a Jewish community, whatever, a bunch of bullshit. So they're gonna do a bit of traveling and whatever. But like, we want to do a family vacation in August, but like, we don't know where to go. It's maybe me, my dad, my mom, my brother, and our dog. And we've done Charleston, Kiowa, whatever. It's not like terrible. We can do that. We need to find a spot. I basically talked to my dad. I was like, we should pretty much do anything from Hilton Head to like, I said Narragansett. Like I said, like Narragansett would be as far north. Him and I were both pretty interested in Narragansett. I've been there once and it was very nice. I live in this area around Charleston. I mean, I love Charleston. I'm going to look at South Carolina because we really liked. I mean, we stayed here and we've stayed here. That's good. Wilmington? I was looking at Wilmington. What's the fucking gimmick there? Right here. You're talking about like Wilmington right here? No, I haven't seen the FIFA updates. Nah, it's gotta be, well, it doesn't necessarily need to be on the coast. Here's the thing. Okay, let me give you some qualifiers. Okay? Qualifiers. Okay, we have a dog with us. So we need to get a house. It's gotta have a beach. And it's gotta have good golf. Those are the two things. That's why Kiowa works, because we can get houses. That's why we've always done Kiowa. Because you can get houses at Kiowa. The golf's obviously incredible. The beaches are good. And it's obviously good food. Wrightsville Beach, where the fuck is that? Where's Wrightsville Beach? My best friend's a float plane pilot, so like you basically just go. See, this is such Canada cheese. So you basically just go like up to some bullshit up here. Bro, Canada is so funny. Of like, what is it? Like 50% of the population lives within 120 miles of the border. It's like fucking nobody lives up here. Fucking nobody lives up there. Anyway, Chad, we'll talk about that. New look at FC27 corners. Oh, you can fucking... Oh my... You can actually like finesse now? Once you aim it? Oh, that's actually awesome. Wait, that's gonna be... This is gonna be good. Oh, I'm about to chef up. Oh, 90% with 200 miles? Oh, I'm about to chef up on this shit. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. You have no idea. I'm about to run the most terrorism ass, Arsenal ass, crowd the keeper. Oh, bro. I'm about to whip out the playbook of all the bullshit that I see in fucking footy, bro. Oh, I've got, listen. The like amount of like cheese pick plays that these teams run that like works is like. What else is the foot sheriff post? Off balance dribbling. So what if you have high? Okay, so like if you have high dribbling stats, you can get push off. I don't mind this. It's gonna be kind of cheese though, but like this is where I think the abilities and play styles will help. We'll see. This could be both good and bad. Defending nerf. RB1 nerf, team press nerf, tackle nerf, manual defending. I'll believe it when I see it though. To nerf Bruiser, I know. Bruiser is so bad in clubs right now. Clubs is, I gotta be honest, we're at a point now in clubs where it's like literally, if you literally just don't run at human defenders, bro. If they have Bruiser, they just win the ball every time. But I'm skeptical about this because they've tried this and then people have bitched and they've rolled it back. So quick commercial break. I gotta pee really quick and we'll go through the rest of these. Quick commercial break while my fucking Claude shit's going because it's almost done. Be right back. Hold on, Chad, I need to grab my lunch. 1 second. So I'm trying this out. New thing the supermarket added, curried chicken salad. And this smells unbelievable. Curried chicken salad. Oh my God. It's so good. That's actually unbelievable. What else is in here? I mean, just curry powder and mango and honey and like cider vinegar. Fucking good though. What else is in here? Manual defending is back. Reduce auto tackles. But here's my thing with this is like, aspirationally, this is a good idea. Aspirationally, this is a good idea, but like they always push this shit and then they run it back. Play styles update on 27. Wait, is there like the EA posts like a... They post a deep dive? I might as well just pull up the deep dive. Or is this because they played it? Like, where is this coming from? Okay, here. This is a deep dive. I found it. Okay. Following changes to AI defenders only apply to competitive gameplay. Authentic gameplay, I don't give a shit about. You can't lean on AI players to tackle. The only problem is in clubs, this is like... The problem at clubs is when I switch to a manual defender on a club that's not high ranked, they have no agility. I just got cooked. So this will be big. There's a W in manual control defenders that increase jockey speed. Is a W. Well, let's see how it plays in practice, but like that is like very much needed. You know? Teammate contain has also been adjusted. When performing teammate contain, AI will mark the ball carrier from slightly long distance before find the user switch from man defender they want to pass dribble more effectively. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like that. It makes clubs way harder, bro. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good ad. I see why they're doing it for Ultimate Team, but for clubs, it's like kind of sucks. That's the thing now. You target area for delivery, and then you switch to someone in the box and you can run into the spot. So the players don't automatically anymore lock onto the ball. You have to run towards the ball. Which is a W. There's gonna be a lot of tech now. I have to teach people how to mark on corners. I love that one. This is gonna be big. You gotta teach people how to zonal mark now. Tomorrow I could probably down. I may be leaving on Sunday, but I can be down tomorrow after the podcast. I like this. The new corner stuff is good. During the window for the ball's over, the tackles can mainly trigger avoidance. Interesting. This is gonna be really interesting, chat. Writing more crossing control on FC27. Previously called more predictable treasuries. Would deliver more in space rather than directly on a specific player. Your aim and how much bigger impact. Meaning you can miss everyone if it's not placed in precision. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure Cap's gonna yell at me when I cross, but you know, whatever. Cap's gonna yell at me like he did last night when I crossed, but the cross worked. Gabs, you know, I haven't talked about that yet. This is a sidebar. Has anyone seen this shit, bro? Following up on what the fuck's going on in soccer right now. Essentially, what Intifada is trying to do, the head of FIFA, is he's trying to basically spin out the commercial and production elements of the World Cup and the FIFA competitions to another entity that he controls, bribe all the teams with the investment they'd be getting by private equity buying spots in these new company, and then this would black hole entity would control like all the commercial rights. Or I mean, it's unclear, but essentially it's going to be the vehicle that controls the commercial and distribution and production in the World Cup. Basically, what FIFA's saying is that by doing this move, every country's gonna have $40 million they'll receive. If they want it, you gotta put together a plan on how they'll spend the money. But we all know what that means. We all know what that means, chat. It's 40 million, but you know where it's going, bro. You know what I think is the best safety in the league? Probably Kyle Hamilton. I think McKinney's got to be up there. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about this a lot. Let's keep going. Our updates attacking spatial awareness attackers more aware of the space around them. Curved runs now. Curved runs. He's running out and then back in. Interesting. They try and go towards the ball. I mean, yeah, they should have been doing this a while ago. To L1R wanted to do the L1R is such a hard trigger though. But this is good. This is a good feature ad. You get L1R1X to do the curve on the give and goes. No, I did not headshot. Mantra runs and we're continuing indefinitely. This is a W change because they used to just run down the field. I wonder how that works if you're just mainly blocking off said player. Depends on how you block them off. I don't think they're gonna like body fake. I don't think they're gonna try and do like a, you know what I'm saying? Improve creative runs. Okay. In FT27, ground and lob passes no longer heavily assist you by steering towards open lanes. Now please strictly follow your directional input. W. We're gonna have to learn how to fucking through pass, which my pro club teammates already don't know how to do, so this will force them to learn. They nerfed chip throughs. No, it is good for a club because people gotta learn how to play ball. Our wingers gotta learn how to be wingers. Bro, our biggest problem is our DM. Oh, bro, here is the world's biggest problem in pro clubs with their squads. The wingers don't know how to be a winger in the final third, and the midfielders don't know how to be midfielders in the final third. People can't don't understand the concept of playing triangles. Like, they don't understand the concept of passing lanes and triangles, and like how creating diagonal angles for each other once on and off the ball creates space for you and for your teammates. They just think everything should be a curve run towards the middle of the field, and like I can assure that's not the case. Like, I'll give you an example. The Discord boys understand, understand a Fuzzy's point that in the final third, we scored multiple goals last night where we're down the wing, we got stuck, we played it all the way back, then played it back in, played combinations and scored. Our TeamSpeak boys do not know how to do that. Okay, the TeamSpeak boys either turn the ball over, they're Harry Moore where they try to dribble everybody, or they just pass it inside to someone who can't fucking do anything with the ball I just gave them. Okay, so it's gonna have to teach like clubs. It's gonna make clubs harder. This will make clubs harder theoretically, which I'm fine with. Want to see Bama? What do you tweet? What do I want to see tweet? Also, we have a map pool update. Oh my god, this is insane. Okay. We have a lot going on right now. Junior Krupi expected to be out 3 to 4 months with foot injury suffered in preseason. So now he's not fucking moving on. And then the bigger news is that Frequency is in for this event, which is a huge wild card. Takes out Colossus. Honestly, a W. I love Frequency. So. It was a big hurt for the team that this hurts the most. The two teams that hurts the most, I think, are Gentlemates and Falcons. One week before the adapt or die, bro. I mean, it's not ideal, but you got to adapt. Everybody else in the same boat as you. Got to put in the work. I mean, listen, these teams fly on Sunday. So you've got today. I mean, I assume they've been scrimming on it for a couple of days now. You got at this point today, tomorrow, Saturday. And then when you get to the event, you still got time to figure out how you want to play this map. Frequency's not super complicated, but, we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, teams fly out Sunday to get in Monday. Let me put this away. This food was so good. Boys, that curried chicken salad was unbelievable. That curried chicken salad was unfucking believable. I mean, listen, this hurts the teams that are Colossus teams that don't have deep map pools. So. Falcons make a grand final. I think it's definitely possible. I don't think it's impossible. Frequency is a mega hold to spawn back map. Here's the thing you're going to learn though. Is it is and it isn't. P1, well, I assume it's the same rotation as it used to be, right, chat? It's still the same rotation. I don't, you're, P1 and P4 aren't. What's the new rotation now? Let's go on fucking tag maps. God damn it, bro. I'm going to tag maps, bro. Let's see. Oh, it's not on here. Fuck. The P1, P2, it's the same rotation. Okay, so like listen, P1 is, I mean, you just want to hold the side on P1, right? You just want to hold the side on P1. Whatever side doesn't matter. Phone ASAP, need your flight. I'll respond to you right now. Let's respond to you. I'm marking you down as my co-streamer for the event. Hey, let's get it. Duo. Wait, Tommy, did you see all the shit that dropped today? Wait, Tommy, have you seen all the news? Colossus is in. So the two things are Colossus is in. So frequency's in for Colossus, and coaches are on stage. And the way the group stage works is that the top two seeds, they're gonna seed all the teams that go 2-0, will pick their opponent from the other group. So on Friday when we're at the event, Tom, there's going to be like a pick show, like a draw show. And you'll be able to pick, like the top teams will pick their opponent. So like theoretically FaZe could pick off the Optic FaZe, like there's some fugazi that could happen. And we'll obviously cover that. Let me send it to you though. I need to find this. Or this is a little bit different then. Let me do. I'm gonna send it to you right now, Tom. I need to pick up my fucking flight, chat. Delta. All right, I'll text you, Tom. I got you. I gotta pick up my flight, guys. Okay, so my options are okay, you guys will help me do this. My options are I go JFK is Monday early. I go JFK, I go from Columbus JFK. And then I get in at 5 a.m., which I don't really want to do this flight. This is too early. I'm gonna be impossible to sleep. I'm fucking jet lagged. I don't want to do any of these because if I get delayed, I'm cooked. Basically, I'd rather choose one of these three and get in early because Tommy lands later, but I'm not waiting for him. I mean, I think nah, this would be it's 2 stops. I think I should just do this one. Also, it's the A350. There's like the nicer one. And also I go east. This would be better. I mean, again, at 10:35. Otherwise, I'm like not going to sleep on this flight. I'll be cooked. This I will actually fall asleep. An hour 55, like especially with delays going east to Boston, is like, I should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna book this. I was talking about return flight options. Yeah, this would be the best one. Your team plays really good. The only thing is spawn traps are devious. Yeah, it's always been a thing. Sierra with the 12 months to make it a road trip to Paris. How the fuck do I make it a road trip? I mean, I'm not gonna get there in time. Is the problem if we make it a fucking road trip? Oh, one second, guys. Sorry, I need to real quick respond to Tommy's text. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry. 1 second, chat. I need to send him a fucking headshot. My good headshots. Okay, no games. Fuck around. I want from Major 3. I find my fucking headshot from Major 3, bro. Sorry, the boss. I'm doing something for the boss, guys. That's why I'm being an L streamer right now. 1 second. One second, chat. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Minutes. All right. Warzone EWC is this week. COD Esports is next week, but it sounds like I'm going, so me and the boss will be there. No, I mean they're booking EWC books, so that's why. I hope they don't fuck it up. Oh, I gotta send Tommy this updated fucking headshot. 1 second. Off. 1 sec. Enough games. Enough games. Here, let's use this one. Does Paco stay with Ernie or ditch him? Great question. It's $1 million question. No one knows, bro. Ernie to Optic? I don't think that is. I think there is definitely a chance. Listen, here's the thing. People are assuming that Paco's going to Gentlemates. We talked about this yesterday. There's a lot of uncertainty in this roster mania, specifically because I don't know what Optic's going to do. And that changes the calculus for a lot of things. So I'm really excited to cover this roster mania in the beginning of August because I think a lot of shit's going to happen. And I think it may be a little bit unpredictable. And it might also take a while. Where's this failing? Nah, that's an existing bug. Crimsix was a villain, so was Damon. Was Damon really a villain? I don't really think Damon was a villain, bro. I mean, Crim was definitely a villain, but like, I don't think Damon was a heel, bro. Early on, maybe, but like, that only lasted for at least one title. Maybe two. After he joined Optic, like the beginning of the Optic Nation run and then after, I don't think that like he was really a heel. Crim was for sure a heel like his entire career though. Porter was a heel his entire fucking career. Essentially. All right, once his pre-builds, this will be so good. I'm sure it's gonna be bugged too. Would Optic move work to a sub for scrap? What should be Brandon and scrap? The problem with that is then, like, if it's a 3 sub meta, you have 3 ARs on your team. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they would. That's a little too risky. You only have one natural sub player, and he's not even like and here's the thing is like Shotzi's not he's not like 04. He's not like a run it down sub. So you wouldn't have a run it down sub on your team, which would be a big miss. Scrap and I'll play with Exnid? I don't know, bro. I don't think that's entirely true. In fact, I would go as far as say, and maybe his mind has changed, but Ernie was one of the biggest like Saud likers like very early when Saud joined the league. He used to gas Saud like heavy last game. Once that team got formed. So I don't know. Also, I think Saud's definitely getting better over time. But is he still going to be good enough to like be a championship player? That I don't know. That's obviously potentially not on the cards. We'll see. I mean, that's the big thing for him. He's got to realize his talent. My building here, I'm trying to update my site for fucking EWC. Bro, Fable is so much better than Oba. It's actually insane. All right, we got time. I'm gonna come back to this in like 5 minutes. Am I going to EWC? I guess. People acting like scrap the Falcons for the insane bag isn't happening or faded. I think you're missing the point. I do think that Ernie will get paid no matter where he goes. And it's possible Falcons will pay him the most. But I do think that he wants to win. And I think, unfortunately, he's going to leave LAT. I think it's almost a certainty that I think him and Pac will leave LAT. Barring EWC going a certain way, I think they'll probably both move on. Would be my guess. Oh, why is pre-build fucking... Why did it grow when they... Made for response. No one is underestimating Aluka. Abe is not going to retire. When some of you guys are like actually what about Ahsoka? He's not playing fucking CDL as far as I know. Listen. Ernie wants to listen, guys. You're overthinking this, bro. Ernie wants to get paid and also be on a good team. Okay, he's going to try and do both. He's going to try to have his cake and eat it too. Let me see results. This is my error out. I could probably I need to re-audit the pre-build, bro. I think there's too much in here. What else did it kill? Oh, I see what it killed. Oh, it killed the cache or just rerun? I mean, that makes sense. But it would never need to because it's hidden. Holy fuck, so now all I've been served from cache, key mismatch, hard close. Okay. Nadeshot wants to keep Ernie but not Paco. He wants to keep both. What? Like, Nade wants to keep both. The problem is that's not going to happen. Look, I think it's very simple, guys. One second. I think, look, I think Thieves want to try and keep their team together as much as they can. I think the problem is that I think that Thieves have a difficulty when you stack up what they're going to offer from like a team and salary perspective. Not saying they're not going to pay enough. That's not the issue. Is that I just think that Paco and Scrap are going to be in better situations. On potentially other squads, and that's going to be a problem with Thieves. One second. Mates, I mean, listen, Falcons. Okay, listen. I think that Optic could obviously build a super team with one or both. Hypothetical. This is hypothetical. FaZe can. Falcons can. Gentlemates can. Could Thieves do it? I guess. But I don't think that they're going to be able to without buying out players. And I don't think they'd be willing to pay the buyouts and continue to pay. Like you see how their pitch runs into issues because it's basically just potentially just like dropping one person off their current team. So I just think the unfortunate problem for Thieves is that I just think that it's tough. Maybe there's another angle I don't see, but I just think that Paco's going to want to go elsewhere. I think that Ernie's going to get a lot of people in his ear outside the Thieves camp. And I just think that's going to end up with both of them just dipping. What if LAT drop Nissim and get Kips? But I just think that Paco and Scrap getting back-to-back placing in champs, I just don't think they're going to run it back again. So I think that's my point. Is like, I think they're just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know, boys. How big is it? Okay, that's good. We made it way smaller. I have to give about this new map poll shit now too. The Air Force holding what, a COD tourney? Is live right now. Okay, yeah, I have this up on the other screen. It definitely needs some rethinking here. This Team War getting out of their group? What? Yeah. There's definitely some bugs here. I'm looking at it. There's definitely some bugs. The Super Flank Bro shirts, they're good. I'm gonna bring mine to EWC. Actually, it's perfect because I have, you know what I have, chat, by the way, that I never sent? Fucking Tom left all of his samples and all of his flank merch at the setup and didn't come back to it. So all the merch that we had, you know, like the sweatpants, for example, that we showed all weekend, I have had those sitting in my apartment for like a week. So I'm bringing that bitch to fucking EWC and give it to him. I'm bringing my big suitcase anyway because I gotta bring the Pelican probably. So I'll bring the big suitcase because it doesn't really matter. Sell them? Nah. They're also medium, so I can't fucking fit into that shit. The initial thought was, oh, Ben just wear it. I'm like, well, it's medium. So I'm cooked, bro. Tom's going to EWC? Yeah, so am I, so. Any off-season tourney flank throwing? Not at the moment. I should get it raised. That would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen. If Tom completes Elden Ring, should we classify as a ring? I think it'd be like a quarter of a ring. What do you think? Like a quarter? Will Ken and Jamie be good again? I don't know. I feel like Ken's kind of moved on, it seems like, from all the clips I see, but I don't know. You guys tell me, and like, I don't know what's gonna happen with Jamie. I don't know what's gonna happen with Jamie. Yeah, I know Ken's trying to go pro in PEX. But I feel like Ken's kind of, I don't know, it feels like he might be done with COD for a while. We'll see. We'll see what the new game coming out always changes people's fucking minds, so we'll see. The problem for Ken is like he's not getting on a top team, so like I don't know. Like does he want to go play for like a Vancouver Carolina situation? I don't know if he's fucking down for that. So like at that point, that's why I think he might just chalk it. G2 or Kawhi? No, I don't think either. I think after this season, G2 is the like Skies Ken thing. I think they're going to think about something else. Why doesn't Ken play Warzone? Because he wants to try and go pro in PEX. That's where his, you know. That's where his, you know. That's where his fucking mind's at, where his drive is at, you know what I'm saying? Don said it too. That he's not gonna play next year. Yeah, like everything Ken says is like, it feels like to me that he's done with competing in COD. So you rock at EWC? Yeah, I mean we're trying to figure it out. It sounds like it's gonna happen. I'm texting Tom. We still got a lot of shit to figure out. The most important thing for me is I need to make sure our setup's good, that they're providing the right gear. I like, especially if we're flying in Tuesday, I find that very sketchy with the event on Wednesday. I'm just not a fan. So, my thing is like, part of me thinks I should fly on Sunday and get in Monday. Because like I feel like it's coming together last minute, and I want to make sure like I don't want to land Tuesday, get there like go to set up at like 2 p.m. and like shit's missing, and I really don't want to like. Even the event starts Wednesday afternoon at 3. Like I really don't want to be scrambling around Wednesday morning to like get shit done. LCQ stream, it seems like it's, you know what I'm saying? Seems like it might be chalked. No, I think people respect that, like, you know, Ken had a great career. But like towards the tail end with kind of how these games play, it like doesn't really fit his style. Like it is what it is. What's your realistic expectation of the top teams who will be on rosters next season? Like, what do you mean? I think everybody who's on a top team right now will be on a roster. The one player who's on a quote unquote top, 2 players who's on a quote unquote top team, 3 players who quote unquote on top teams that I think might end up taking down a step. One is Jamie Insight. I think that one's kind of obvious. 2 is Estriel. I think Estriel might be put back in the G2 blender. And then the third, this one's a bit of a surprise, but I wonder about what happens with Nissim. Nissim at EWC is a one to watch because not quite sure. I don't think it's 100% that he's like auto lock Thieves lineup next year, you know? So keep that in mind. Okay, let me test this. This seems to be done. So let's test this. Oh, it's fucking. I don't know if I want to list it like the pods because they don't really use the pod. They don't really use the pod. I might keep the pod thing. It's way easier to conceptualize when you think about it as pods than the crossovers. You really think that? I don't know. I think it might be. This is right. I think this we clocked right. %20 advance. Here's the problem with the elos, bro. It's too this is why I need like more. I need more player-based elo because the elos are too flat. This is the problem. The elo, this is what I've been fighting with all season with elo is it's too, I'm about to show you it's too fucking flat, bro. It's too flat. Like phase is only 1520 compared to 1478. Like there's not enough delta. So I slotted the 3 and gave it the same flat across all game modes, but like I don't know. I mean, is there book odds? There's like I think like market odds will help me. I don't think so. I don't think that anyone's got book odds yet. Hello, fuck you, Len. Interesting. Joining Sims on EWC groups? Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I think that this seems pretty accurate, but I feel like let's see. Can we get LAT Optic winners round 2? You mean by semis? Yes. Yeah, but that still doesn't make sense. No, I don't want to do top to cans because it's going to fuck this up. I think what it's doing is that it really honestly thinks that Carolina sucks, and then it thinks that the LCQ team will beat Carolina, which is interesting. What does it say? Isn't the LCQ and Carolina playing each other? Oh, because this is the problem with the Modial. Oh my god. The problem with doing it this way. It's also accounting for scenarios of the upsets. That's why it's evening out too much. I'm gonna go away from Modial then. That's a better way to do this. No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because it's inaccurate. It's accurate, which is that what it's thinking is that. Okay, let me explain this. The reason that Carolina is not the one listed there is because it thinks that Carolina has a decent chance to beat Toronto, which I don't blame it. I think that's kind of accurate. That's kind of accurate, I think. So here's what I'm gonna do. I think the crossovers I'm gonna hide. Hide the crossover on the cards plus where is this in? Hold on. Where is this? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, I get to fix. See, where's on the bang and say 18 gets 30K? What are you guys arguing about? Jamal Adams signed the Vikings, yes, but he's also ancient, so I don't know how much he's going to contribute now. Warzone cats, some of them are making like decent money. I don't know about the most highest paid. I don't really know much about Warzone salary tech, to be honest, these days. What's good, Mr. Z? Z, you come with us to fucking Paris? Like, what's the deal here? Did Tommy text you? Oh, you are? Oh, it's about to be lit. Oh, it's about to be a movie. Wow. Me, Tommy, and Z in Paris is about to be a movie. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's Modern Warzone on my chat. What's good, bro? Oh, shit, Z. It's about to be a fucking movie. No, I'm going to have to deal. Is Gersh going? Gersh is going to be in France, but not in Paris. Gersh is doing some stuff with the CS team, I think, but they're not in Paris. I think they're in Lille, which is like an hour away. It's like an hour-ish train away. So like he's gonna try and figure out how to come down, but like he's in a different city. He'll be in France same time as us, so. All right, I'm just mailing this, bro. It's fucking mailing this, bro. Do I want to leave this label? I don't really use the labels on like any of these though. Leave that the div because I think it places the banner in the div. Hydra's God and my girlfriend phrase of collar is not. I feel like you need to make this game look at the fans excited. Listen, it's nothing to do with the fans. I think if Optic's going to make it change, it's because they don't believe they can win. The only thing though with dropping Kyler is that if you drop Kyler, their communication is going to get worse. And Paco is not necessarily going to help that. And so everybody's going to have to pick up the slack of the things that Kyler was doing. And we have seen at times that with other team compositions that Optic has had, that sometimes their communication is not great. So I'd be a little bit more worried about them scamming a bit more in respawns. The consistency might not be as prevalent as it was. Do the youngs refer to vibe coding? Yeah. Okay, I already see a bug with this. I already see a bug. Well, no, it actually works. You can double select it. Miami lose Falcons, play Vancouver. Miami's cooked. Miami's fucked, actually. I think there's a good chance Miami don't get out of this because of how the bracket works. So Boston lose to Thieves, beat War. Miami's win and lose, and teams that lost and won. No, actually, I think Miami would be good. The Thieves will play the team that lost and won. Well, how is it getting 0 sims? I think I know what this bug is. It's the same bug with the champs thing. It is pruning. It is incorrectly pruning the sims out of the pre-build. And that is why it's getting the 0 error, because the prune feature that exists so that it makes the pre-build not as fucking massive is pruning matchups. So it's now going to think and have to search and realize that it doesn't have those sims because it fucking is cutting off those sims in the pre-build. No, I found 3. So comms is a massive factor. Guys, as I've said all season, I hope y'all are realizing that everybody can shoot back for the most part in COD. Okay? But amongst the top teams, there's a reason that the FaZe squad has been very consistent over the years. And once they got rid of Celium and Abizi, they were still good because they understand that at a level, the floor is determined by skill and your ceiling is determined by teamwork. Okay? Teamwork is what makes up that gap on how to figure shit out. You said Abuza had no firepower. That is not what I said. If you go read the tweet and you read the context of what I said, and you watched when I talked about on the flank at the time, I said for them, it was about their online, they were struggling to get kills. When they went to LAN, they had the #1 team KD. Online, they were below average. Okay? And then Abuza's dumbass responded to me. We went back and forth. Okay, so don't say no, no, no. I vividly remember the entire context. We talked about it 3 times on the flank. You saying no, 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 you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? FaZe's comms are much better with this team. This is the best version of the team they've had as far as communication. Or, I mean, Cold War is pretty good with Alec. Peak Alec comms are pretty good. But the game was a little bit slower. I'm not the only one that has been at times critical of their communication this year. Don't say y'all. Well, you are saying y'all. I mean, here's the thing though. At times we had issues with them this season where I think that their comms were still a little bit too frantic. And I talked to 04 a few weeks ago after they won champs, and 04 said their communication S&D wasn't that good. So I think that they've gotten better at it at the end of the season. That's why, you know, I think they won. Part of the reason I won champs is I think they got better at calling out with each other. But I definitely think that their baseline comms were better than past years. I think they're at minimum their comms were better than like last year with Abe and MC. Look, I'll be the one to say it, guys. The teamwork gap is one of the biggest skill gaps in COD right now. And there's a lot of elements to it. And candidly, I think there are plenty of teams and players that do not know or are not willing to do what it takes to win. They say they want to win. They say they have Kobe mentality. They say they have Jordan mentality. But they don't understand in COD what that means to bridge the gap in having elite teamwork and elite trust and elite work ethic. Okay? I think there's a lot of players that don't fucking understand that. And they say they do and they're fucking lying. Okay? Straight up just fucking lying. And lying to their teammates about it too. What if an error was? Winners resolve forced. Optional team lock interventions. When the client side lock just runs out of matching sims. Turn log gets sparse fast. One lock group outcomes in 0.3. Oh, because I think there's upsets. That's why. There's too many upsets in the sims. That's why. I might need to tweak this a lot. I don't know if I agree with that. This might be being dumb. Does Boston Breaches blow it up next year? Yes. I think anyone that is not the top 6 is squad wiping. Outside of like Lurks, I think is auto locked on to Carolina. C9, I will probably just release everybody. G2 will try and keep Kyle, but I think they're cooked. I think he will probably get a better offer. Vancouver's gonna squad wipe. Boston, I think squad wipes. There's not really much going on there. Miami's an interesting one. I don't know what Miami's gonna do. Anyone sell their spot? There are rumors that there might be 1 or 2 teams with new ownership next year. We shall see what happens. But there are a lot of rumors. Zuma got a team, Ben. What do you mean? Thanks for signing my jersey at Champs. I showed something right about him being your son, and he laughed. Ha ha ha. I appreciate the 100 bits. Yeah, I do that on any time that I can sign next to MC's name. I draw an arrow and say my son. So if you get that, that's like getting like a shiny Ben signature. It's like a small percentage of the times I sign. You get that. It's a little Easter egg, you know. How I feel about Claude token usage? Honestly, it's been pretty good. It's been running for a couple hours, and I haven't even hit the session limit. And I've been using Fable, and I'm only like 11% on Fable. They're writing a decent amount of code. Although, to be fair, I think it did just take a lot of old code that was written from past majors and just paste it in. So I don't know how much I actually like burned tokens to write it, but it's been pretty good. What's Databricks? How much it costs per month? I'm paying for the $100 plan, but I use it all the time. I use Claude. I use probably multiple times a day. It's actually fucking godlike. My side project. I haven't talked about this. My side project that I'm working on is I'm working on a side project to help me manage my fantasy football teams. And the key thing is having something with co-work on Claude that once news comes down the pipe about a player being injured, it knowing then the right transactions to make and then prompting me of, hey, do you want to pull the triggers on this quick? Especially once waivers is passed. to try and win the speed race. I've been working on that on the side. It's not done yet, but that's gonna churn a lot of agent timing, but like it's gonna be godlike for fantasy football. I'm in too many leagues, so well, I'm in multiple leagues, that's why. If I was in one league it'd be easy, but does Claude account for PC issues? It doesn't. How long have I do this AI thing? Until this fucking thing's done today. That was my main thing today, was to get this done. Okay, I finally fixed that. I'm very curious what the bug was. Where do I get raw CDL data from? Breaking Point. Yeah, but it's not fucked. Why is phase listed twice? BP support API calls? No, but it uses Node.js, so. You might be able to find something. I've never tried. Also would not recommend that you go too crazy on it, because I'm sure if they see someone's just like slamming Node.js and a bunch of other stuff on there, they're gonna cut you out. They see all the traffic.